What's going on, everybody? It's Charles here from Life of Charles, and this video is a little bit different than what I'm usually, the kind of videos I usually put out. This is one of my first power washing jobs. It's actually my second job. I didn't really record anything from the first one, but this one is the first one I actually did by myself. And if you watch my previous videos, I did talk about starting up the business and getting the equipment and stuff, and here I am, following through. I got this job from a Facebook ad that I posted, and I spent $25 on the ad, and I booked this job, which ended up being, I quoted them for $150, and they took it right away, so I probably could have charged a little bit more. Once I got there, they asked me if I could do a little bit of extra work in the back. It'll be at the end of the video. I'll bring it back up then, but they ended up tipping me $30 for doing that, so it all came out in the wash. The job took me about 3 hours to do. I made $180 with the tip, so it's about $60 an hour. Doesn't really get much better than that if you ask me. I can't believe how easy it's actually been to do this. And as you can see, I already edged everything with the wand, but for some reason that video did not want to transfer from my phone to my computer, so I don't have that footage, but you can see where it's been edged already in between all the cracks and around the edges, obviously. But I'm running the surface cleaner here. I'm doing lines back and forth vertically and then horizontally. To me, if you just do it one way, I ended up actually seeing streaks because the dirtier it is, the more likely you'll see them. But regardless, you know, making $60 an hour, I'm just going to pass over everything twice like you see here, and now I'm going the other way, and then I'll actually rinse it off when I'm done. So yeah, I plan to place another ad on Facebook and use something similar to what I just used, because that worked out pretty well. And then these people, I wouldn't be surprised if I got some more business from word of mouth from these guys, because they were extremely grateful and amazed at how clean their concrete looked after. And when they sent me the pictures for the quote, I was actually really excited because it was extremely dirty. And the way I did this job was I got the call randomly at work one day, and then they asked me, you know, hey, is this Chuck and Ed's power washing? I was like, yeah. So they told me what they needed done. I said, hey, you can just send me a picture. It'll be a lot quicker, and I can just give you a quote that way. And honestly, like, you know, he told me the square footage and everything, but just by pictures, you know, starting off and brand new, I mean, even $150, like, I'm still making out on that job, like, with a lot of money. So some people that are a little bit more professional and have a lot more experience would say that maybe I didn't charge enough, but I mean, honestly, who cares? You know, I can't complain. You know, I made a lot of money doing it. And yeah, so I did this. I only went through about, I don't know, less than a gallon of gas. So really, like, the cost here, other than the cost of the equipment, only cost me, you know, $4 or $5 worth of gas, and then 3 hours of my time. I showed up here at 9:30 in the morning, and I finished right around noon, and by the time I had everything like put away, it was like 12:30 or 1, and that's when I ended up leaving. So as you can see here, I actually, after I run the surface cleaner twice, I just use the wand and I hose everything off, make it look nice and clean, and then I work on these next parts. So I'm about halfway done now from this point of the video. I always keep the wand tip in my pocket, that way I can just, it's a quick release on the surface cleaner there, so I just like take it right out and just put it right back on and start going to town. The hardest part about this one, I noticed, I actually learned a couple things on this job specifically, and it was like those edges in between that divide the sections of concrete, where you can see that there's 4 sections. Those cracks, they were big, and along the sidewalk in the beginning of the video, when you saw that, there was actually algae growing in there, like, that I actually had to aim the wand like in each direction. So like, if I was doing one side, I have to aim it down and inward towards that side of the crack, and then the other one as well, just to fully get that green out of there. Otherwise, you know, if I just ran the surface cleaner and just did around the edges, you would still see it, and that's why I edged the cracks as well, and not just the perimeter of the entire patio itself. And like I said, with the cross hatching with the surface cleaner, I noticed on the sidewalk that I had already done, that one, I actually had to go back over it because it wasn't until like it started to dry that I saw that, and I realized I'd only gone one way. So that's when I decided to, I'm like, I'm already here, I'm just gonna do it. I'm getting paid a lot of money. So yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to talk about now. I guess if anybody has any questions, make sure you let me know in the comments below, because I'll answer them in my next videos. I don't know how often I'm going to make these, I'm still kind of in the beginning stages. I did put out some flyers, though. That's another thing. I put them out in the neighborhood. I didn't get any business from that, but that's really okay. I mean, I got more from the $25 Facebook ad. I paid $25, got a $180 job off it. I mean, it paid for itself, even if just one person bought it. So now that I've got a lot more high quality footage of time lapses and whatnot that I'm able to use for advertisement now. And so it's like free advertising material every time I do a job. It's like I'm gonna take a section of that money that I make from each job, put it right back into advertising, because the more I do it, the more my name gets out there. And people, if like they keep seeing my ads, let's say, they're not going to be seeing the same ad over and over again. They're going to see that it's a new job that I've done, and they're going to be like, yeah, oh, this guy's out here and he's really doing this. And these people are also very nice. This was an older couple, and so far both of the jobs, the paid jobs that I've done, were older couples, because I mean, don't get me wrong, it's easy work, but to do it for 3 hours straight in the heat, it does kind of take a toll on you. So it makes sense why they would hire somebody else to do it. Especially, I'm assuming like I was considered cheap to them, because they sounded kind of surprised when I said only $150. So maybe that's another reason. And then you can see me right here. I'm actually like, I kind of zone in on like some of the tougher spots, just because the surface cleaner didn't pick it up all the way. I was just very thorough with the work. And I believe, yep, here we are. So I don't even know what you call this thing, like a backyard shed or whatever, but it's like a nice fancy one with brick and everything. They asked me, this is what they asked me if I could do for extra, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to charge you. I'll just go ahead and do it. It's my second paid job, so I was like, why not? If the better work I produce and the extra mile that I go is going to mean a lot in word of mouth. They're going to be like, wow, he even did this and he wasn't even going to charge us. So that's how I viewed it, and also I just wanted to be nice too. I felt I was already getting paid sufficient, so I'm like, why not? I can't tell them no. And it wasn't like a big enough section to be like, yeah, give me more money. I mean, it took me like 10 minutes maybe. So I didn't even bother using the surface cleaner here. I just used my wand and just did it all, as you can see. It didn't even take long. It was pretty satisfying. And yeah, I did do a little bit of the brick, as you could see. You can see the other side right now. It's actually still a little bit green, and then the other side, I did clear it off. This part was actually the messiest part of it all, because there's like, you can kind of see where that concrete is like on a decline, where it's like kind of sits below where like you see that shed at. And like water would pool up in there, and every time I get close to it to like try and edge it, you can see it gets all over the garage door, and it'd come up and hit me in the face and whatnot. But I always wear like safety glasses, so it wasn't a big deal. And any dirt you get on their stuff, like you literally, like it's just loose. So if you just like run the wand over it, you'll see me do it here in a second. Like it all just comes off immediately. It's really no big deal. Don't worry about the mud and stuff flying everywhere, because whatever you get it on, it's like loose already. It's not like baked down there or whatever. So it just came right off right after. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna probably let the rest of this video play out. If you have any questions for me and how I started, it's only my second job. I've made a decent amount of money so far. For very easy, like you go to school and you don't even make this kind of money most of the time. So if you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, have a good day, guys. Follow me on Instagram. All my links are in the bio. And follow me on TikTok and everything else. So, yeah, peace out. See you guys in the next video.